Ever feel like you're just going through the motions, waiting for life to happen to you? What if you could become the architect of your own destiny? This episode is your practical guide to creating a compelling future vision. We'll explore why dreaming big isn't just for kids, how to move past the how and focus on the what, and tangible steps to build a blueprint for a life that genuinely excites you. Get ready to stop drifting and start building a future that feels like home. I'm Danny, and this is a new episode from Thinking Out Loud. When was the last time you let yourself truly, unapologetically daydream? I don't mean worrying about next week's grocery list or planning your commute. I mean that glorious, untethered, staring out of the window with a goofy grin kind of dreaming. It seems we get to a certain age and the world subtly tells us to put away our crayons and our wild ideas. But what if the most practical, most adult thing you could do right now is to reclaim that ability to dream? What if the key to unlocking a life that genuinely thrills you is to start by creating a bold, brilliant future vision that feels less like a 5-year plan and more like coming home? Remember being a kid on the playground? When someone asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up, you didn't say, well, considering the current job market and my pension plan options, I'm leaning toward a stable career in middle management. Heck no! You were going to be an astronaut who was also a rock star, a dinosaur taming chef, a secret agent who invented bubble gum that never lost its flavor. There was no ceiling, no budget, no voice of doubt whispering, but how will you do that? That voice comes later. It's the ghost of a well-meaning relative, the echo of a failed attempt, the weight of 1,000 tiny compromises we make just to get by. We trade our telescopes for microscopes, focusing so intently on the next tiny step that we forget to look up at the stars. The first step in building a vision isn't about strategy. It's about rebellion. It's about writing yourself a permission slip in big, loopy cursive to be gloriously, wonderfully unrealistic. Now let's clear something up right away. A vision is not the same as a plan. A plan is a spreadsheet. It's a series of bullet points. It's linear and logical and often incredibly fragile. The first sign of trouble, the first unexpected detour, and the plan shatters. A vision, on the other hand, is a feeling. It's a vibe. It's the technicolor answer to the question, how do I want to feel in my life? It's the scent of coffee in a sun-drenched kitchen you designed yourself. It's the feeling of deep, belly-laughing contentment with people you love. It's the quiet pride of mastering a skill you once thought impossible. A plan is about the how. A vision is about the what. And more profoundly, the why. When you lead with the why, the how has a funny way of revealing itself. Think of it this way. Creating a vision for your future is like plugging a destination into your car's GPS. You don't need to know every single turn, every pothole, every red light you're going to hit along the way. You just need to know where you're going. You need to tell the universe, the subconscious, whatever you want to call it, this is the destination. This is the energy, the feeling, the reality I'm navigating toward. Once that destination is locked in, you can start driving. You might hit a traffic jam. The GPS might say, recalculating. You might have to take a scenic route you never expected, one that turns out to be more beautiful than the highway ever could have been. Without a destination, you're just driving in circles, burning gas, and wondering why you never seem to get anywhere new. Your vision is your North Star. It doesn't eliminate the dark and winding roads, but it gives you a constant point of light to steer by. So how do we do this? How do we move from a vague, fuzzy idea to something tangible? Let's get our hands dirty. Grab a notebook. Open a blank document, or just find a quiet corner of your mind for a few minutes. First, I want you to try the perfect ordinary day exercise. Forget winning the lottery or becoming a global superstar for a second. Instead, imagine yourself 5, maybe 10 years from now on a perfectly normal Tuesday. What time do you wake up? And without an alarm clock? What's the first thing you see or hear? What does your home feel like? Who is with you? What work do you do, and how does it make you feel at the end of the day? Drained or energized? What do you do for fun? What does your body feel like? Strong? Rested? Don't just list things. Immerse yourself in the sensory details. The goal here isn't to create a list of stuff you want to own, but to identify the core feelings you want to inhabit. Peace, creativity, connection, freedom, vitality. Once you've identified those core feelings, you've struck gold. This is the secret sauce. So many of us chase external goals thinking they will deliver an internal feeling. We chase the promotion because we think it will bring us a feeling of validation. We chase the bigger house because we think it will give us a feeling of security and peace. But what if we flip the script? What if you identified validation or peace as the true goal? You can start asking yourself a much more powerful question. How can I cultivate more of that feeling in my life right now? You don't have to wait for the promotion to feel validated. You can find it by acknowledging your own progress or mentoring someone else. You don't have to wait for the dream house to feel peace. You can create it with a 5-minute meditation practice or by decluttering a single drawer. This isn't about settling. It's about aligning your present self with your future self. It's about starting to live in that new reality before it has fully arrived. Right about now, that little voice of doubt might be clearing its throat. That's all very nice, it scoffs. But what about my student loans? What about my mortgage, my kids, my responsibilities? It's irresponsible to just dream. And you know what? That voice isn't an enemy. It's a sacred part of you that's trying to keep you safe. So don't fight it. Acknowledge it. Say, I hear you. Thank you for trying to protect me. I know this seems scary and impractical, but we're just exploring right now. We're just making a map. We're not selling the house and joining the circus tomorrow, unless, of course, the circus turns out to be the destination. The vision isn't a denial of your reality. It's a tool to transform it. It gives your daily struggles a purpose. Mowing a lawn isn't just a chore. It's tending to the home that's a sanctuary for your peaceful future self. Working that extra shift isn't just about paying bills. It's funding the dream of starting your own business. A vision infuses the mundane with magic. And finally, remember that this blueprint you're creating isn't etched in stone. It's sketched in pencil. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to evolve. The person you are today might want something different than the person you'll be in 5 years, and that's not a failure. It's growth. Revisit your vision. Check in with it. Does it still light you up? Does it still feel like home? Maybe the destination needs a little tweak. Maybe you've discovered a new passion along the way that needs to be added to the map. Your vision is a co-creation between who you are now and who you are becoming. It's a dance. Let it be fluid. Let it be joyful. Let it be yours. This isn't just about wishful thinking. It's about intentional creation. It's the most profound act of self-love and respect. To believe that you are worthy of a future that you deliberately and lovingly built for yourself. It's about becoming the architect of your own soul's home. So I'll leave you with this to ponder. If you silence the voice of doubt, if fear and practicality and other people's opinions were off the table for just one moment, what's one audacious, beautiful, maybe even silly thing that would be part of your future vision? What does the future you feel like? Well, if you'd like to share, let me know in the comments. I genuinely love to hear about the worlds you're building. I'm Danny, and this was another episode from Thinking Out Loud. Thank you for listening. I'll see you again next time.